years experience and has delivered 17 or completed 17 competent communicators. That is incredibly impressive, Linda Mann, and we're really looking forward to your speech. Now, Linda's speech will be evaluated by Melissa Nichols, and I'll ask Melissa if she could please read the objectives for the speech. Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. So Linda will be presenting today from Presentation Mastery with Speech 4, Researching and Presentation. So she's selected a topic which she doesn't know too much about and has gone away and researched it to be able to provide us a speech giving us information on organisation, presenting on an unfamiliar topic, and giving a clear and engaging presentation. It should be 5 to 7 minutes long, and I look forward to seeing it and evaluating it for you, Linda. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Melissa. So without any further ado, with her speech titled The Game of Chess, please welcome Linda, The Game of Chess, Linda Mann. Thank you.
How many people here know how to play the game of chess? Raise your hands. I can't see in the audience there if you're raising your hand, so shout out if you're on location. Does anybody on location know how to play chess? I don't hear anybody, so maybe that means no. Anyway, so today I am going to hopefully teach you how to play chess, and maybe when I meet you, you'll be willing to play me a game of chess after I deliver this speech. And now I did research this project, and this is something I did not know. Chess came about 1,500 years ago, and it originated in northern India at 6th century AD and spread to Persia. When the Arabs conquered Persia, chess was taken up by the Muslim world and subsequently through the Moorish conquest of Spain spread to Southern Europe. In Southern Europe, the moves of pieces changed in the 15th century. I found this really interesting. And in my research, it also stated that when chess was first formed, they actually formed it to help them win the war, which it did. And I found that really interesting. Another thing that's really interesting, and I hope that this, if you don't play chess, I hope this encourages you to want to play chess. Did you know that chess is an excellent way to increase your improved memory, cognitive abilities, strategic thinking, attention improvement? Scientists also claim that playing chess can improve your mental age by 14 years. So you see, if you play chess, you could be 14 years younger. Who wouldn't want that? I think we all should start playing chess right now. So now with that, I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to teach you how to play chess. But first, if you're going to teach a child to play chess, children are actually easier to teach and they absorb things a lot better. They're like a sponge. I'm sure some of you know this if you have kids. And they digest it better. I actually played chess with Alan's brother's kids, and they actually kept beating me. Not just beating me, but killing me. And his brother kept telling me, Linda, kids are good because they have nothing else up here, so they don't have anything to think about. They don't have anything else that worries them. They don't think of worrying. They don't think us as adults, we have all these problems we think of, and we're thinking about what we're going to do later for lunch or this or that. And children don't really have anything to think of. So another thing is be positive, patient, and make chess fun. So with that, I'm going to share my screen and I will begin to teach you the game of chess. First of all, you've got the pieces. You got the king and queen, and there's the chessboard. Now, in my researching how to play the game of chess, the internet teaches you, it's really confusing because the way the internet teaches you is they tell you one side are all letters A, B, C, D, and one side are all numbers. And I find that really complicated. So I'm just going to teach you by showing you. The king, which is here, this is the king. He's got his crown on, can only move one square at a time. He can move diagonally, sideways, horizontally, or vertically. But he can only move one square at a time. And you can put him in check with any piece, including the pawn. And then the queen, which that's the queen, the fair lady, she can move any direction whatsoever, horizontally, diagonally, vertically, and she has no limits on how far she can move. And then you've got the bishop. The bishop has to, and I'm showing you both of them because the bishop has to stay on its own color, and it can only move diagonally. So it can kill or take your piece only diagonally. And then you've got the pawns, which go in the front row. And when you first start off, they can move 2 squares or 1 square. But then once the game is going, it can only move 1 square and straight ahead, but it can capture going to the caddy corner. And then you've got the knight. The knight moves, when the knight moves, it looks like an L or a 7. So it moves up 2 and either to the left or to the right 1. And that's like an L or a 7. And that's how he moves. And he moves like that throughout the game. So all these pieces, you can put things in check. And then you've got the castle, which can only move horizontally or vertically. And that also has no limits on how far it can move. And this is how the pieces are set up. And as you see, I have the pawn. I started the pawn going forward twice. So then once you move the pawn twice, after that, he can only move 1 square at a time. And when you set up the other side, the king and queen are opposite. So the king and queen always get set up on its color. King always on the dark, queen always on the lighter color. I would say white and black, but all chess games boards are differently. And then here's how the knight moves to show you. And here's the knight moved again. And then I also moved, showing you how I moved the bishop. Now, there is one trick in chess. When there is nothing between the castle and the king or the queen, you can change their spots, and that's called castling. But that is the only time it can happen is if there's nothing between them. And like, you really want to do that if you think you're in jeopardy of getting in checkmate, or if you want to trick the other player. Because when you play chess, you're really trying to think, what is my partner going to do? How can I maneuver to beat them? And here I'm showing you a few other moves where the two
Thank you, Linda. You're out of time, I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry.
Thank you very much. That was a really great speech.
I can't
and
see the
it's
clock.
given all of us a wonderful set of skills for those people like me who don't play the game. Well done. Now we're going to move into our evaluation.